Hello everyone. This is Bessie with Travels with Bess on a very special episode of us going to New York for a couple of days. This is our first trip as a family to New York. My son really wanted to go for his birthday because he says that's where Spider-Man's from. So we made it happen. To help us stay on budget, we took Subway everywhere. There was not one time we got in a Lyft or an Uber, only to and from the airports because we had a lot of luggage and it was raining most of those times. The subway was definitely part of the adventure. Also, here's us taking a ferry to Liberty Island, where we're actually going to go and take a quick tour of the Statue of Liberty, which none of us have ever been to before. Me and my husband have been to New York twice. I've been 3 times and never have we gone to the Statue of Liberty. So it was actually really exciting for us. It was a quick ferry ride. It wasn't very expensive. And it was just a good place to start off our vacation. That same day, we headed over and decided we were going to trek across the Brooklyn Bridge, which we have seen in countless movies, countless shows, so it was definitely on our top things to do, and we did it right after we visited the Statue of Liberty. Halfway through, my son decided he was going to take his stroller the rest of the way, and we took our time. I think it took 45 minutes to an hour to cross because we kept stopping for pictures, and we wanted to take in the sights because look at the sights, y'all. The weather also was just beautiful. It was definitely cold, but there was a lot of sunlight, so we really appreciated that. We then made our way to Brooklyn, and we just kind of hung out there for a little bit and took some pictures in the neighborhood. We also decided to have dinner in Brooklyn at Dinosaur BBQ, which I highly recommend. Those portions were huge, and we were not prepared. Here's a view of the city skyline coming back into the city using the subway. It was just so pretty. I also live in a major city, but seeing this was still like a great experience, and it was just so pretty. Our last stop on our first day was to Times Square. We kind of made an agreement as a group that we weren't going to spend a lot of time here, but we definitely, of course, still had to see it. There was definitely a lot of excitement in this area. It was really great. I don't think I would spend more than 30 minutes here, but it was definitely a good stop for us. We just wanted to see it, and it didn't disappoint. We started our second day in Washington Heights with some Dominican food for breakfast. It did not disappoint. There was definitely, the servings were large, so we could have shared a lot of this food, but we just didn't. We didn't know. So if you ever go, just know, share the food. So if you want some Dominican food, head there. After that, we were going to make our way to the Bronx because, like I said in my last video, we were going to go watch a Yankees game. We have never done it before. It was our time in New York, and we're like, why not? It was a beautiful Thursday afternoon. It was an early game, and the stadium is so cool. I think they just remodeled it not that long ago, so we really got to see the new stadium in all its glory. We did spend some time exploring the stadium and enjoying, some adult refreshments, watching the game, watching the Yankees win. It was great. My son really also enjoyed it. Even though he doesn't quite understand all of baseball, he had a good time. After the game, we actually ended up on Canal Street doing some shopping, and didn't get any footage of that because, folks are very particular in that area about what you record. So I decided to respect that. After that, we ended up in Greenwich Village at this one spot called Saigon Shack for some Vietnamese food, which we love. It's probably, the chicken pho was the best I've ever had in my life. Day 3 was our last day in New York, which was also my son's birthday. So it was mostly around things he wanted to do. We ended up at Washington Square Park to have a meal. You'll see in a little bit. The weather was beautiful. It was high 60s, lots of sun, warm breeze. It was great weather, but we ended up here at Shake Shack in the middle of Washington Square Park. It was perfect for my son because he got to kind of come to the table, mess around, play around, and we got to just enjoy Shake Shack, which I think started in New York. We have one near us, but it's like an hour from us. This Shake Shack was delicious, though. I don't think ours does it justice. We ended up in Central Park because we wanted to find some playgrounds for my son to be able to enjoy his birthday. We found this little pond, which normally has little boats going around, but there wasn't any that day, which was fine because we got to explore the rest of the park anyway. And when exploring the park, we got to find things like this, like a little statue for Alice in Wonderland. On this day, we decided to just really spend more time with my son and just do things that he wanted. Here's the playground we found, which he had tons of fun at. We spent a good hour and a half here. He didn't even want to leave. So where I live, we have Golden Gate Park, and Central Park was designed by the same person. And so we spent a lot of time just exploring, getting lost, and just enjoying the park. And to celebrate my son's birthday, we took him to FAO Schwarz at Rockefeller Center and told him he can pick out any toys that he wanted within reason. We had a budget for it. He didn't know, but we had a budget for it. We don't have toy stores like this in our area, so it was really exciting for him to just explore, see all like the animatronics that are there, and of course all the candy that was there. So we let him go a little crazy with the candy too. It was a great toy store / candy store all in one. And for our last meal, we had to stop by in Little Italy to have some Italian food. Very touristy of us to do, but we wanted to sit on the sidewalk. We wanted to enjoy the lights, and that's exactly what we got to do. A few blocks from our hotel was Trinity Church, where Alexander Hamilton is still buried, which was really exciting for us as people who really enjoy the musical. That was it. Thank you, New York. We had a great time. We definitely want to go back, and I think we definitely will.